Again, you can see the ring light reflecting off the Enterprise D model kit, but it's the only way I can actually see what's inside the box without my eyes falling out. So the first step is, of course, the instructions. You can see how they have the new Star Trek logo, and the good thing about the ship, you'll see that the parts are in white translucent clear, like the 2020's Voyager. Now it's weird that on my phone there's still a shadow, but not to my eye. Maybe I'm going to try to make the light higher. Yeah, that's not really helping. But you can see how you fit the saucer together, you put in the shuttle bay and the engineering parts. So it's a lot like the other one, the old one from 2011. You can see how the two parts of the neck fit together. You fit the neck to the saucer, that's good. You see, before you attach the two halves of the saucer, that way you're able to fit the parts in place. Now, you see how you fit the deflector dish to the top? Well, I'm going to try to fit it to the bottom and let gravity do some of the work. Put in the center once the edges have been painted so I can access from the other side the glue. Here's the grills for the nacelles and the front half. Again, stuff that is painted before I glue it in place. Might be doing the cardboard filling method again. You attach it to the pylons, you put in the shuttle bay doors, and you attach it to the stand by gluing it this time to the neck. Now what I want to do with my ship, yes, I have all the decals, but if I want to buy the parts to build it as the 1400 scale All Good Things Enterprise, I'm not going to be using every single decal that comes with the kit, because I'm going to have to use some of the decals from Federation models instead, and I think I have a spare set. Turns out I have several spare sets from Federation models. See? Bezier. There's the RCS thrusters. Now, I'm sure I don't have anything left from the Aztec decals because I used them all up. Here's the info sheets from the all the parts of Federation models I built. Here's the original Federation models registries and stuff. Now, I use the All Good Things stripes on the 1400 scale. Phaser strips, they're gray. All the extra parts are all over the place, so that's good. You already have some pieces, perhaps enough to piece together. That's great. Well, add them to the box. Why not? That's what you do to make sure that you have everything. Now, we're going to compare it to the actual decals in the actual kit. Now, hopefully these decals have been renewed for 2024. As you see, 2024 is at the bottom of the box page. And if you compare it to the color, you can see the color is virtually identical. But if you look close enough, you're going to see that all the decals are individually numbered. And the guide will lay out exactly where they go. So that's great. And after 4 years or something, the RCS thrusters haven't faded that much. So this is a wonderful thing. Very wonderful. And you have... And because they wised up, from Picard Season 3, they already come with USS Syracuse Star Drive decals. Or, indeed, if you want to paint the entire ship as the Syracuse. So they've got Enterprise, they've got Syracuse, they got the registry numbers for the nacelles and everything. So they have adapted to Picard Season 3, where you had the restored Enterprise D. So that is absolutely wonderful. But I've already built the 1400 scale Syracuse, and I already have a 2500 scale set of Aztec decals to build the USS Adventurer, which is my fandom ship from the 90s. So I am going to try to build this one as the All Good Things version. You've got the Polar Lights base. Oh, there you go, a bit better angle. Polar Lights base. You've got the nacelle grills, the impulse engine housings, the clear deflector dish and its backing. Well, I guess you're not going to have to take too much out of the bag after all. You've got the nacelles in white plastic, and you have all the grid lines, which will still be visible even when you paint it, to put on the Aztec decals. But I'm hoping to find a set of Aztec decals from GCals with gray, or I would flat coat the new Aztec decals with Tamiya Flat Clear, which I noticed came in blue. So I'm going to cut open a couple bags here so I can see all the engineering parts. A friend and I built the Enterprise D 6 years ago. Well, he built most of it. I painted it though. He taught me how to spray paint on it. And I always wanted to build the all good things. So you see, window insets and everything. But you can see them through the RCS thrusters and the Aztecs. They'll come with windows integrated into the design already. They'll be dark, of course. You can see where the tractor beam emitter goes. You can see where the stand hole goes in place. You can see that there. The pegs. And there doesn't appear to be a copyright date that says 2024 on it. And here's the 3 sections of the neck. So here's the top section. In this case, because you're going to build it complete, you don't plug that in with a battle bridge. That is the peg for the primary hull, the saucer section. Now the saucer section is going to have the phaser lance on it. However, the top of the engineering hull is going to have the 3rd nacelle, which should counterbalance the weight and keep the ship from tipping forward. And then you have the other 2 sides of the neck complete with all the integrated windows and everything. So, oh yeah, it goes that way. You can see how they were ingrained in there, but it's actually this way. Good. Okay, so we turn it around so you can see the parts. Put the neck in place, kind of like that. There is the engineering hull. There you go. There we are. Excellent. Good, good, good. And then you get to the 2 saucer halves. So I'm going to open up this bag and take a look at the final 2 parts while I'm opening it out. GCals is very good at being on trend, and they probably already have a set of Aztec decals ready, or they can custom build it for this model. And you can see how big the big bridge peg is. You can see the original copyright date, which says, I believe it says 2024 on there. Yeah, it does. I can see that on the camera. Excellent. And if you look back here, you can see 1987. Oop. 1987 and 2010. Built my previous 1400 scale Generations Blue Aztecs Enterprise D from the 2010 kit, but I left the saucer section detachable so I can move it to my parents' house with the saucer in the Enterprise D box, which is in the closet. And there is a perfectly sized box for the star drive hull. And of course, I'm also moving the Enterprise. I am moving the Sovereign and Voyager and the Excelsior as well. And perhaps the Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer, so that only the smaller kits remain behind. And as you see, restored Enterprise D in 2500 scale, the 7-ship Enterprise set. I will build the D from there as the Adventurer. It already contains the proper Aztec decals with gray escape pods and the registries. And here's the bottom of the hull with the peg that goes into the star drive section. You see all the recessed windows. You see the Aztec pattern engraved, which will come out a lot better once you do the priming. The escape pods are all here with the windows on the inner bank. So I will do what I did before. I will cut out the Aztec section that covers up the escape pods and then put the escape pods down in place so it fits together like a puzzle piece. No painting them a yellow base like I did before, because it still has series colors. There's the Captain's Yacht peg. So unless I'm very much mistaken, these pegs are enhanced compared to the pegs of 2010, which is a great relief, by the way. So I'm going to put everything back in the box and we'll wrap up this video.